Hi everyone, welcome to Walks with Moss. Today Bella and I are going to do a little hike along a river. Bella's really excited because this was a long car ride for us. And we'll see if we can find some mushrooms, but I've heard the woods are still a bit dry, so I don't know if we'll find any mushrooms or not. But we'll get some exercise anyway. I was really startled to find another car at this trailhead. I've never seen a car at this trailhead before. Startled and a little bit disappointed because I came clear out here to get away from it all. Oh well, I guess I can't have the woods all to myself every time. So let's go see if we can find some mushrooms and have some rest and relaxation and get some exercise on the river. I just passed the people that belonged to the other car at the trailhead, and they were in my exact mushroom spot and found no mushrooms. They're also going home with some live trees that they dug up. I don't think that's exactly legal, but who cares? So, yeah, probably not going to find anything. They actually went to my exact mushroom spot. So maybe this is just going to be a hike in the woods today with no mushrooms, which I kind of suspected it would be anyway. Although the ground is a little bit moist, you'd think there might be some mushrooms, but I doubt that I'll have any better luck than they did. Mushrooms will be coming soon though, very soon. And I'm still going to look, even though they probably went to my spot. Maybe they didn't. Maybe they went to a different spot. Fingers crossed. The good news is those people are gone, so I'm probably mostly alone out here. So I'll get some relaxation anyway, even if I don't get any mushrooms. So there's that. Here we are in the woods. Yay! Okay, we've made it to my mushroom spot. I'm not entirely convinced that those other people actually made it this far. So, fingers crossed. No mushrooms. We'll keep wandering down here though. Maybe we'll find a reshi. I need to find a reshi this year. Every other year or so I try to find one big reshi and I cut it into little cubes and then I put it in my teapot each morning. Supposedly it's a good preventative, I don't know. I do know that the National Health Service in Japan, I think, or is it China? No, I think it's Japan, actually will pay for cancer treatment with reshi mushrooms. So there must be something to it. So we're just going to wander down here till we reach the river and have some lunch on the river. Yes, I have found some reshi. It's kind of small reshi, but I will probably take it because if I don't, someone else will. I think I'll just take the one and I'll mark this spot and come back later. Hopefully this one will have grown some. Yay! I'll take the risk of grabbing that on the way back. Hopefully someone doesn't pick it before I can come back. I changed my mind. I am going to pick this largest one right now. But I'm going to leave that little one in hopes that it's still here in a few months. These aren't very big for this time of year. Actually, these probably aren't going to grow much more. Huh. Might not be a good year for reshi. There's another one growing right there. Now, normally I would never pick a conch because conchs are perennial. They grow year after year. Except for the reshi. The reshi grows a new one every year. So I don't feel bad picking those. There's really not much to picking these. Just pull them off the log. And then, oh, is that moldy already? Wow. And then cut that bit off there. I hope that's not mold. Wow. If that's mold, yeah, that's mold on such a little one. Wow. I'm going to try to cut that mold off. Hopefully it's still salvageable. But since mold has invaded, I might go ahead and pick that one too. So I'll go ahead and clean off the moss as best I can. The moss and the wood. try to save, oh, I shouldn't be cutting towards myself. Try to save as much of this stem as I can. I probably should have just cut it off, actually, instead of picking it. Anyway, I'll try to get this cleaned up. Okay, got it cleaned up as best I can. I'll take that home and chop it into little pieces before it dries out. There's another one trying to grow right here. I don't think it's going to make it. Something's wrong with the reshi on this log this year. It's way too late in the year for that to be like that, I think. I'm going to go ahead and grab this one too then, since they're getting moldy and not growing well. Yep, I made the right call. I'll cut as much of that mold off as I can and keep it too. There's two little reshi mushrooms. Hopefully it's not a bad year for reshi. Hopefully this log is just done for reshi. Maybe reshi's got all the nutrition out of it can and needs to move on. There's that little knob there, I'll leave it. And then this one right here, I think I'll leave that too. I got two little ones. That could be enough to get me through the year. Still be nice to find one more. But this is my only spot for this out here, so I doubt I'll find any more today. So we didn't get totally skunked for mushrooms. Yay! I'll keep looking for reshi and chicken of the woods. It might be a little late in the year for chicken of the woods now, but it doesn't hurt to look. I used to have some spots for that out here, but I didn't bring my GPS, so I don't have my waypoints. So we're just going to continue on down the trail now. We are brush crashing our way down to the river. I've had trouble getting down to the river from this trail in recent years. I think there's a spot here where at least there'll be a little bit of a gravel bed for me to sit on. The spot that I just tried to go down had a really steep bank and wasn't going to work. I think we found an elk trail or something. This will make the going a little bit easier. We'll try going this way. See if we can get down there somehow. I really like to sit on the riverbank and have lunch. Maybe the bank gets lower way down there. We'll give it a try. There's no real sign of this bank getting any better, and the going is getting quite a bit rougher. I don't know. Maybe I'll scramble down there and then walk along the edge. Whoa! Bella just fell. Better she jumped. She found a cornice. Hope there's no yellow jackets around here. Yeah, I'm jealous, Bella. I want to be down there in that water. Maybe I will be. I might just go down there and then walk along there, and I can find a way across this just right there. Pretty sure I can get back up this if I go down it. I could keep exploring around here to find a better spot, but this really looks like the perfect spot to stir up a yellow jacket's nest. I think I will try going down that bank. I just don't know how. Oh! Fell right into the hole in this brush pile. Yeah, I think I can get back up this. It's not going to be easy, but I can do it. So I'm going to go down here. I think I can hold on to that to get back up. My shoes are going to be full of gravel by the time I get down this. At least there is a reasonable amount of stuff to hold on to. Once I'm past this here, though, there isn't going to be anything to hold on to. So I just got to depend on my balance here. Try not to dislodge any large rocks. Here we go. Almost down to the water. I've always had a really good sense of balance, which no doubt helped me get down here. Here we go. That wasn't that bad. So now I'm just going to try to find a way across this that keeps my feet dry. This is so tempting. There's not quite enough rocks here though. Not really any room to walk along there, and if I go here I'm going to get my feet wet. But looking upstream, I think I see a spot I can cross without getting wet feet. It wouldn't be the end of the world to have wet feet today, but still, given the choice, I'd rather keep my feet dry. If I can get through this steep spot here without causing a landslide and falling in, then I can get down there. Yeah, it's still quite dry here. Okay, made it past most of the loose stuff. Oh, geez. Stuff's falling down from above. I think because I grabbed that branch. Wow. Get through here quickly. And then find my way over to there. I think I'm gonna make it. This is a lot of effort just to get down to the riverbank. But once we get down there, it'll be nice. Okay, here is the narrowest spot I've found for crossing. This isn't the actual river. River's that way. The nice thing about finding such a difficult route down to the river is that I will almost for sure be alone down here. So I'm headed for this log jam over here. I think I'll sit on this log jam and have my lunch, even though it's in the full sun. Not much shade to be had down here. The shade is in that direction, which doesn't really do me any good. Now that I've made it down here, I really don't like it. To heck with this. I'm going to cross to the other side where it's nice and shady, and I'm going to get my feet good and wet because I don't want to cross this in bare feet. I'm just going to have wet feet today, that's all. The water's a little deeper over here than it looks from the shore, but it's not bad. I don't know why the nicest spot had to be on the far shore. Anyway, now we have a nice shady spot to relax, cook some noodles, and eat some lunch. Could even sit up in the woods here. There's kind of a ledge there. But since it's still pretty dry, I'm going to cook right on the riverbank. Good dog. I found kind of a comfortable rock to sit on, and Bella's got her lunch right there. She's being really whiny. I'm not sure what's wrong with her, but she's got her lunch, so, and there's plenty of water. I'm not sure, maybe she's just a little cold. Got a nice view here. I'm a little bit crunched on this rock. I wish I had a little bit more leg room here. Maybe I can stretch out a little bit. Got my water boiling for my coffee. Having my usual bell peppers, smoked trout, morel mushrooms, and peanut butter and chili pepper. Should be pretty good. Water is boiling. Time for a cup of coffee. Here we go. Cheers. Time for some fresh water straight out of the river. I'm not afraid to drink this water here unfiltered. I'm not saying you should do that, but that's what I do. It tastes so much better than my tap water. My tap water at home is just disgusting. Can't stand it. This mountain water is nice though. Found a bit of moss here on the riverbank. I'm not sure what it is. We'll take a look at it with the hand lens. And then if I have time when we get home, we can take a look at it under the microscope too. And maybe I can key it out and figure out what it is. It's got some yellow to it like Homalithecium, but it looks like chain links, kind of like Hypnum. But it's something that's under the water a lot of the year, so I would think it would be Scolaria aquatica, but I don't know. Maybe I'll figure it out when I get home. That might be a difficult one for me to key out. Hopefully I have time when I get home. If I do, I'll put some microscopic pictures of this right here in this video. Here's a bit of that same moss in the moss lab underneath the dissecting microscope. Got a camera here. This is just slightly magnified. In a bit, I'll take a leaf off and then put it under a slide in the compound microscope using these forceps. I've got 3 leaves isolated here. Okay, now moving over to the compound scope. Got my slide right here. Now we can take a look at this at much higher magnification. I went through all my moss keys and ended up with Brachythecium. And then I went to look at a picture of Brachythecium and realized I keyed it out wrong. What I think this moss is Hygrohypnum ochraceum. It's kind of exciting for me. I've actually keyed out a brand new, to me, moss. Yay! My water for my noodles is boiling nicely. No, Bella, back up. No, you're gonna tip everything over and you're gonna knock the camera down. And you have your own food. Back up. I'm still getting lots of grapes from my garden. What an amazing year this has been for grapes. Wow. Poor Bella. I think she's been stung several times. I don't know where she found yellow jackets, but they're everywhere this year. It's just been a terrible, terrible year for yellow jackets. I hope we have a really cold winter that kills all the yellow jackets and the ticks. That's what we need. Isn't that right, buddy? Yeah. Those mean old yellow jackets, are they bugging you again? Yeah. Poor Bella, another yellow jacket just came seemingly from nowhere and started stinging her, so I think she's been marked, and wherever we go now, she's just going to get stung. if any yellow jackets happen to be in the vicinity. So, I don't know. I'm gonna pack up and get out of here anyway. But I just saw one stinger and then leave. I don't know where the nest is. I don't think we're that close to a nest, but close enough that Bella's getting stung every once in a while. So it's time to end this lunch break. I was just sitting here relaxing, having my second cup of coffee too. But yeah, this is not a good spot, so I've got to drink my coffee as quickly as I can and get poor Bella out of here. This cannot be good for Bella's fragile mental health. Not at all. And this explains why she's been so whiny all throughout this lunch break. There's no nest right here, but she keeps getting stung, so I think it's best that we go. We seem to be safely away from whatever nest it was that was stinging Bella. It's my understanding if you get marked by a yellow jacket, it's not specific to that hive. Any yellow jacket from any hive is going to see you as a threat once you've been marked. Poor Bella. That bank I went up is right there. So I guess we'll head that way and back up the trail. And I'm still going to look for mushrooms. We'll be looking at everything from a different point of view on the way back. We still might find something. Okay, time to head back into the river. The water isn't very deep, but these rocks are slippery. Safely across. Back to this little braid of the river between me and the trail. Don't need to worry about trying to get across it with dry feet anymore. It's pretty deep right there though. There's, it looks like a route animals go up right there. But we'll take a different route. I think we'll just go the same way we came up. It's not going to be fun having wet feet. I didn't realize it, but I've actually gone almost 3 miles. So on the way back, I'm going to have wet feet for 3 miles. There we go. There's our way back up. Okay. Let's see if I can gracefully make it back up here. It's definitely going to be a little bit tricky. Just because this gravel is so loose. Gotta make it to this first handhold, and then I'll be home free. Yay! Made it to the handhold. Okay. Shouldn't be too tricky to get up here now. Still need one more handhold, maybe. Okay. This is gonna be okay. This is the part I was actually worried about getting up this ledge here. I think it's gonna be fine. I'll just grab this cascara tree here. And should be able to step up. Yep, gonna make it up. Woohoo! That was probably easier than going down was. All right. Now we need to find our way through this back to the trail, which shouldn't be difficult. Famous last words. It's very peaceful in here. There's the trail. I'm glad we didn't hit any yellow jacket nests on the way back to the trail. I hope we don't hit any more yellow jackets on this hike. I don't know though, Bella's been marked, so she might get stung some more. I'm going to have fun hiking out in soaking wet, soggy shoes. But at least it's a warm day, so I won't be cold because of my wet shoes. Here's a beautiful Ganoderma conch. It's not a reshi. You can tell Ganoderma because they have this habit of putting their spores on top of themselves. I don't know how their spores fly up. It's also known as the artist conch. If I could reach the bottom, I'd be able to draw on it. Reshi is a type of Ganoderma, but it's one that dies and then regrows every year. Be nice to find another reshi somewhere around here too. There's some beautiful big trees in this section here. That's a cedar right there, and then another cedar next to it. And then farther in is a giant old Douglas fir. Bits of this trail were preserved under the 100-year sustained steel, where they had to leave some things for recreation. But this trail used to start many, many miles from where it starts now. Most of this trail was obliterated. Just a few little sections here and there were saved. Green Diamond got everything else. These Oregon grape leaves here somehow got covered with sap. Pretty much had to have come from this tree, but I can't really see where. It's kind of a mystery. Here's an old log with a nice coating of liverworts on it. It's really fun to look at this green fuzz under a microscope. Here's a massive tree that fell down. This is the crater that was left by its root ball. Thanks to all that yellow jacket drama, I forgot to refill my water bottle down at the river. And most of the little tributaries that cross the trail are bone dry right now. There's a pool down there a ways. I don't quite have the energy to go there. I think Bella smells it. I guess she's got the energy to go down there and get it. Bella found a snake. I've never even seen her show any interest in a snake before. It probably won't show up on the camera. It's right down there. You find a snake, buddy? Now what? Oh, there it went. Whoa, is that the same snake? Okay, let's leave it alone. Huh, wow. Come on, Bella, let's leave the snake alone, come on. I guess I'll sit here for a bit and take in some of the forest vibes and eat some grapes. I found a mushroom. I'm not sure what it is or what it was. It might have been a chanterelle. Pretty sure we're being followed by yellow jackets. Uphill, of course. Every time I stop, I can hear them buzzing. What a crazy year. I don't hear them anymore. This is the third time I've run though. The first two times I stopped, the buzzing caught up with me. It might have been a horsefly or a bumblebee, but I'm not taking any chances. There's a bunch of gunshots off in the distance. I'm not used to hearing gunshots out here. And I don't think we're being followed anymore. There's some oyster mushrooms. It's not even the right time of year for these. I'm gonna leave them be, they're too far gone. I saw another yellow jacket, but it didn't seem to be following us. We're headed up the hill now. Didn't find any more mushrooms, but we really had a nice peaceful walk. I'm feeling pretty relaxed and happy compared to how I was at the start of this hike. That's a good thing. So, thank you for watching and please stay tuned for the next one.